All right, so I'm about to make a video that 1,000,000 people have already made a video about, but I'm going to be 1,000,001. And let's talk about the 9/11 attacks. I got something, man. I got a lot that I have questions. I have a lot of questions on this 9/11, man. Okay, first of all, I do believe that 2 airplanes hit the World Trade Center. I saw it live like everybody else saw the second plane hit. We saw a video of the first plane. Well, I think we got the video of the first plane hitting later. We saw that later. But definitely, I watched it live as the plane came in and hit the doggone World Trade Center. Now, all these people talking about it was a drone and all that. I don't know. But you cannot deny that something hit the World Trade Center. Even if it was a drone, it still hit. Now, so that's 2 planes. Third plane I got a problem with is the one in Pennsylvania. One in Pennsylvania, they say, you know, they got this quote unquote let's roll type, finna take over the plane. I can understand that plane crashing when somebody trying to take over the plane, because these people are not pilots. If I took over a plane and I'm fighting for control of this plane and it's headed down, because you know it's probably not in automatic pilot mode. Okay, this guy is probably really flying this plane at this point. They had to turn it around. Now, so you fight for the plane, fight for control of the plane, and yeah, it's gonna go out of control, man. But is it gonna go out of control where it's headed straight down at, okay, it's not going 1,000,000 miles an hour, but it's going a couple of 100 miles an hour, and it's gonna hit dead center. It's gonna hit so hard that you can barely find pieces of this aircraft. I don't think so, dude. I got a problem with that. I got a problem that you only find minuscule pieces of this freaking aircraft. I mean, is it crashing at 1,000 miles an hour? Or is it only a couple of 100 miles an hour, man? Now listen, there are pieces of the aircraft that are not just made of like sheet metal or something, man. I mean, it's made of metal, hard metal, right? You got, I mean, and think about this. For people who know about aircraft, this aircraft did not have its landing gear down when it was flying. The landing gear is up. So when it's crashing, it's already encased in the fuselage of the aircraft. It's not out being clipped away or whatever. I just don't, I mean, I didn't see any pieces of the freaking landing gear. Okay, the engine's gonna be torn apart. You might be able to find some fan blades or something. You should be able to find pieces of fan blades. At least the landing gear should be intact. The landing gear, the tires should be intact. I'm not talking about like the struts and all that, whatever you call it. Okay. So yeah, something's not right about that. Like this little tiny hole. This got a little tiny hole in the ground in comparison to how big this aircraft is, and that's it. And it looked like it was only maybe about 5 to 10 feet deep. So all of the aircraft fit right into that little tiny. No, man, come on, man. All right, so because it's not coming in level and clipping off trees and all that, man. I mean, they was like all the debris is all in one area. Come on, man, no. Okay, so the fourth plane, Pentagon, I got a problem with it because the only video clip, we don't even have a video of it. The only video clip, because it comes from a surveillance camera, they said. Come on now, think about this. I want you to think about this. They showed us clips of the aircraft coming in. You can't even see the aircraft. You see the beginning of something. And then you see a fireball in the next clip they show. And then the third clip they show is like some smoke or something going on. Now, this is a sophisticated complex. Sophisticated complex. Why is it that they are only showing you clips? Because that makes the public think that they only had clips of a second of this surveillance. No, this is sophisticated military complex. You think all they got is freaking still pictures on a security camera just taking clips? No, man. This is the only thing they want to show you. So why, I ask you, why are they covering this up? Why don't they want you to see the plane hitting the Pentagon? They claim it's for security reasons. They claim it's for security reasons. Listen, man, this happened in 2001, 18 years ago. Yes, I am making this video because nothing has been cleared up. There still are questions on this. Why is it that you have not shown us a picture in 18 years? No picture has surfaced of this plane hitting Pentagon. But you got plenty of pictures. They couldn't stop those pictures. Now, of hitting the World Trade Center. Now, check this out. So I heard that the government was going around at every building that had a surveillance and just collecting all these videos. You know, gas stations, hotels, whoever have a surveillance in the area of where this airplane was flying. They taking all of those videos and they just confiscated. Now, you know what? Let me tell you something. If the government came and wanted to confiscate my video on my house, I'm giving it to them. If I think it has some terrorist stuff, of course you patriotic. You're gonna be like, yeah, here you go. You know, get this video. We need everything we need, you know, to give you all the help you can. You ain't thinking about them covering up or having a conspiracy and covering up nothing. You're not thinking about that. You're thinking about you want to help the government out. They come, hey, we need this video. Bam, you're going to get it. I'm telling you, 100% you're going to get it. Nobody is saying no because we just been attacked. Then all of a sudden, they think they're going to have their video on the news. Nope, nowhere to be found because they have confiscated it. I want to know why. Why are you confiscating it? Because they're saying, well, we don't want them to have any type of propaganda showing it hit the Pentagon. Why? Because your whatever security measures didn't work. Well, we know that. We know the security measures did not work because the doggone plane hit the Pentagon. We don't want it to be circulating that they hit and they playing for their propaganda. What they did, they're doing that with the World Trade Center. But you don't want it to be done on Pentagon. And that's it. And that's your answer. That's it. You're just going to give us some still pictures that have no airplane whatsoever hitting the Pentagon. Not only that, but it's been reported, and of course I wasn't there, that the fan blades from the engine did not match up to the fan blade of the aircraft that hit. They showed only one engine intake of the engine. Now, this is at least a 2-engine aircraft. Where happened to the other, we don't know, but it didn't match up. Anyway, it didn't match up. Let me tell you something. When an aircraft comes in, and I worked on airplanes before. I worked on aircraft for 12 years. Been around a whole bunch of airplanes. Airplanes have wings. The Pentagon got hit and it had a hole in the middle of it. Right? So so the aircraft went through it and hit the doggone. What happened to the wings, dog? Where the wings at? I didn't see a picture of no wings. Didn't see a picture of the aftermath of a wing. When a wing hit, you're gonna have fire and all that stuff. You're gonna have pieces of it. Where were the pieces of it? I didn't see no pieces of it as they showed the Pentagon. Didn't see no fire outside. I saw a fire on the inside of the Pentagon. I didn't see no fire on the outside of the Pentagon. So that means that the wing did not catch on fire. If it did, it would be outside of the Pentagon. It's not going to fold over on itself and then go inside the building. It's not designed to do that. It's not a transformer. It's going to be outside of the Pentagon. Now, let's just say that the wing did not catch on fire because I didn't see no fire on the outside of the Pentagon. I just seen it on the inside. Then there should have been wing debris. I didn't see none of that. Let's go quickly to Building 7. Building 7, World Trade Center Building 7, did not get hit by a freaking plane. Now, they say, oh, it could have got hit by debris. Okay, so I didn't see no fires in Building 7. I didn't see no fires in Building 7. Did not. First of all, did not see no fires. If it got structurally damaged, sure, you got aircraft parts and stuff like that flying. Okay, cool, but they ain't gonna start no freaking fire to bring down Building 7. Now, Building 7 came down just like the World Trade Center did. Why didn't it topple over? Why, if it was on fire, did it not burn from the inside out? From the inside, then out. I didn't see that. I saw all windows intact when the building fell. Y'all need to look at this, man. Okay, so let's just say that, oh, it had so much fuel on the aircraft that the aircraft fuel after it hit the World Trade Center, which was like 100 stories up, or at least 80 some stories up, then made its way down onto the World Trade Center. First of all, most of that fuel was on the inside of that aircraft, on inside of that building, because it went through the building. Right? It didn't land on World Trade Center. It went through the building, and then some of that fire came out. Okay. Now, some of the fuel came out. Okay, let's just say some of the fuel came out and landed on top of the World Trade Center. Again, it wasn't on fire. Didn't see no fire. Okay, then it would have to be on the inside, because isn't that why they said that the World Trade Centers, both the World Trade Center 1 and 2 eventually came down because the fire was so hot from the fuel being on the inside of the building that it just melted away the doggone steel, and all the fire retardant from just blew off. And then, first of all, the fire retardant blew off the aircraft blew off all the fire retardant when it hit the building that nobody thought to happen. Like, nobody just gonna place an aircraft in the building, right? Won't it have to like actually fly into the building? Y'all didn't think about that before? Then they said the fire was hot. So it's so hot it just melted. Well, that had to be on the inside of the building. None of that happened on the inside of World Trade Center 7. The 7 building. What happened to that? Did no plane hit that? It had to go on the inside and burn, and that didn't happen. So how in the world did the World Trade Center 7 building come down? Now, the last thing they said was, well, we had to go ahead and demolish this building. Come on now. Everybody have seen these stadiums implode. It takes time for them to plant these charges. You ain't gonna plant no charges in a couple of hours and then have the World Trade Center 7 building come down in magnificent form on top of it itself in one day. You ain't gonna place no charges in one day anyway. Not no couple of doggone hours. That's impossible, man. It's impossible. Impossible. I just want y'all to marinate on that. All of that I just said. And come up with an answer. You come up with an answer, it got to make sense. Can't just be saying, well, that's what they said. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, Joker, it's not possible.